I've made over $2 million at 22 years old trading meme coins in the last year. I started with $700 struggling just like you, and I wouldn't be where I am today without these 6 tips that I'm going to break down for you in this video. I've never had a losing month, and these are some of my best trades ever in crypto. And if you give me 12 minutes of your time, I'm going to show you my blueprint on how you can 12x your profits this meme coin cycle. Let's get started. By the way, before the video continues, if you guys ever want to trade crypto futures like long and short Bitcoin, Solana, even meme coins, the first link in the description down below is a link to sign up to Blowfin. If you guys sign up with that link, you'll get a 20% trading bonus cashback. So I'm going to go ahead and long some Pengu here. And then obviously we got to long some Solana here, 10x leverage with 15K because, well, you know, the market is just getting started. My long is in at 151.62. Hopefully in the next few days, this goes even higher and we make some profit. We're already up $5. Enjoy the rest of the video. Look, my number one tip when trading meme coins is that you need to be doing your research right. You need to be knowing how to avoid rugs. There are so many coins coming out every single second that, 99% of these are bound to rug and you're going to lose all your money if you invest in them. This is pretty simple stuff. You need to check if these coins that are coming out are bundled. How can you do that? The easiest way that I personally do it is by filtering them out. I rarely look at newly created. There's just too many coins coming out unless I have my Twitter tracker open on another tab, which we'll talk about later on in this video. I'm mainly looking at about to graduate, and here I have filters set up with a maximum age number, and then I will always add a minimum holder count of like 20 or 30 so that I won't get any super obvious bundles. If you click on a chart and it's just a straight green line up or something like this, even this is a bundle right here. When you see the chart kind of look like this, where it's just like green 1 second candles every single way up and then like some random red, it looks like an obvious pattern almost. I would never buy something like this. This coin even got through my filters. So you really need to go out there and really learn how to tell which coins are bundled. Look, you need to see what wallets are in the coin. Meme coins are so dependent on other people, on influencers, on KOLs, where honestly you need a lot of these people to be in your coin in order for it to go up. And I would just do as much research as possible on Twitter. I would also do as much research as possible on every single coin that's coming out, like all the top traders. Also, for example, like this chart right here is an obvious bundle. But anytime that there's a really good coin, such as there's a coin that came out like maybe an hour ago because Trump tweeted out something. I'll talk about this narrative real quick. Trump said he would order the Doge monster to eat Elon Musk. So there's like a funny narrative thing. And as you can see, I had a lot of wallets that I track early on. That's what all of these emojis right here on the chart are Nova. And, you know, a lot of them sold right here. Some of them are still buying. All of these wallets, I can go ahead and find new ones by going to the top traders of these tokens and naming them. For example, Sloppy, who I track right here, was the second top trader on this token, and he ended up making 4.8K. Just like this, I can, go ahead and like name this new wallet right here. I'll go ahead and do this right now. I'll name him top trader of DM, and just like that, I have another wallet that I'm tracking now. And whenever I have my Cosmo page open, which is where all the new tokens are coming out, on the right side here, I have my wallet tracker, and I'll just keep seeing continuously what other traders are doing in real time. For example, Quick just bought PooCoin. I can kind of do some research on this real quick. It's been out for a few minutes. Hupsy bought early. I had some other traders that I track also buy and sell. And this type of conviction just really helps you understand what people are buying. There's this little wallet tracker emoji right here on Nova that allows you to see how many wallets you're tracking are actually in a coin. You can go ahead and scroll through new pairs and kind of look for like the same patterns. And yeah, something that's really important as well is to check if it's been done before. A lot of times a really good coin will come out, but it will never run to hundreds of thousands or millions in market cap because it's already been done before. You can go ahead and search here on Nova, such example like with, and they go to like OG mode. It'll show you how many times the token has been done, etc. Or you can go on Deck Screener and check. You can go on Pump.fun and check, but always check if there have already been similar coins made to the coin that you're investing in. You got to look at the narrative. This is super important. Like looking at narrative in a coin is the number one way to avoid, getting rugged and actually doing your research on the coin. And this is very hard for a new trader to understand. Narrative means like, what is the reason of this coin even going up? Like, does it have any chance to go up? Anything of that matter. And this is where being with other traders will come in handy. We'll talk about that later on in this video. But, the more people you're trading with, the more friends you have, the more people you meet, the people that you're talking to on the phone or on a Discord call whenever you're trading meme coins, like you guys are all going to be able to like kind of put a narrative together in your head, such as Doge Monster that we just saw, that tweet of what Trump said about Elon. Like that's pretty funny. It's a good narrative. This coin actually may end up running to a mil. When I first saw it come out, I saw it when, Cupsy was buying. I saw it when these wallets I track were buying over here, and I personally faded it, but it was a good narrative, and that stuff's really important. My final thing, honestly, would be the distro. Is anybody holding more than 8 to 10% of a coin? You can go ahead and check this whenever, you click on a coin, you go to the holders, and you can see how much percent of the coin they actually have. A lot of people multi-wallet nowadays. Like, look at this. This was a bundle, right? And it instantly just went to 0. Coins like this still got through my filters, so it happens all the time, and you need to get good. But look, I didn't have any wallets that I track in this coin, and I track hundreds of wallets. It's good important to be tracking wallets and to always be looking at how much percent people have. People even multi-wallet, so they'll have like multiple wallets with the percentage of the coin in it. And honestly, it's just going to take some time to learn how to like look for those things, but eventually you'll pick it up. My next tip here is risk management strategy. Obviously super, super important. And I actually wrote down some things here to help you guys kind of, understand this a little bit more. Look, never full port. I see a ton of traders that start trading meme coins always going fully in because maybe their portfolio is not very big and they feel like, maybe putting in like 20 bucks into a coin isn't going to do anything. And, they're aiming for these really big profits. And while sometimes that may be true, if you are spamming $20 buys, and so you're going to lose money because of like the fees and such. But I had many, many, many trades. This is my best wallet. This was my November/December trading wallet. And look at these trades. I mean, I had trades where I was taking $4 profits, $5 profits, $23 profits, $30 profits. I mean, look at this, bro. I can scroll through this quite a minute and there's going to be some crazy profits. And eventually all of this buying and trading, I traded 1,300 tokens this month. Eventually all of this led to me having plays like this where I made $1,000 in 11 seconds. I made another 1,000 in 11 seconds. And if I keep even scrolling up, I'm sure there's going to be some other crazy stuff right here. I made $5,000 in 24 seconds. And in just 30 seconds, I made $28,000 by using the right tools, always preserving my capital for when the right play comes, because the right play will come. Okay. So look, never full port. I would only use 5 to 10% max of my portfolio that I'm willing to lose, by the way. This will give you about 10 to 20 plays if you're like literally losing every single play, which hopefully that won't be the case. Always take your initials when you're first starting. This is going to get hard to understand because if you're unsure about narratives, you're going to need to sell like a lot quicker, which, probably take your initials. But the way you can get better at reading narratives is honestly just by meeting other people. You need to be talking to other traders. You cannot be trading alone. Especially if you're new, you're not going to understand the game. And that's just my honest advice. You need to look for VAMPs, which are like other versions of the coins that you're in. Look right here. This is another Doge Monster coin. Sorry, I wasn't in it, but the one that ran. This is another Doge Master coin that ended up going to 60K. Why didn't this one run? Why did the other one run to 400K? Why did this one die? This one also had a ton of wallets that I was tracking in. Ethan from Potion, funny enough, this is a Potion member. First link in the description will be a link to join the Potion Discord where you can meet other traders just like Ethan. He ended up making 1.3K 9 SOL off of this Doge Monster, and it wasn't even the main runner. So stuff like that is a vamp. Stuff like that is when the same coin is running multiple times, and this can be one of the hardest things for a new trader to understand. So the way that you can avoid this and kind of use it to your advantage is that when you're buying a good coin, let's say the narrative is good, you insta go back to Cosmo. You have to go back. Cosmo is a page right here on Nova where all the trades are coming back. You go back. Right now there's 2 internet condom coins running, and it looked like I have no wallets that I track in this coin. Maybe a bundle. I don't know. I mean, too early to judge. FMR just bought, so maybe not. Look, this coin's running, but as we saw here, there were 2 of it. Now this one's at 10K. This is the obvious bundle. I can ignore this. But yeah, I always go back to Cosmo. I'm always looking for new coins that are coming out if there's like a really good narrative or a tweet play. Say Elon Musk tweets out like dog shit 24. That'll probably be a coin. Make sure you are buying multiple because the best coin will win, and always look for OG. All right. My next tip is using the right tools. I feel like I went over this already with how important wallet tracking really is. I mean, look right here. Like Nyrox is buying the internet condom coin that I was just talking about, that FMR was buying. Go ahead here on Twitter, see why people are buying this. Introducing the first internet condom, you can now filter and focus your X Reddit. So this is pretty funny. Anyways, good narrative, whatever. Using the right tools is going to be super important. Like the right trading tools, the right Discord trackers, the right Twitter trackers. There's just so many things really that you can use. I will have every tool that I personally use in the first link in the description. Number 4 is just as important as all of these, and I kind of talked about it already with wallet tracking, but you need to be following the right traders. One of the really, really important things in crypto is crypto Twitter, CT. It's super, super important. There's everything that's happening in the meme coin world. It's happening on Twitter. It's happening on X. So you need to be on X. Look, I want to use this example right here as a wallet that I track, a person that I follow, and genuinely just like most random thing ever. This is Crunch. This guy is a developer of coins. He makes a lot of pump fund coins. You can think of that however you may want to. He has made over 200 pump fund coins that have graduated. Okay? And he ended up actually making Gore, which is a coin that went to 20+ million in market cap. Let's see what it went to all time high. This was a coin that everybody was talking about on the timeline, and it was just like this huge narrative, and he ended up making this coin, and I think he had posted his pump and reward somewhere here. He bought this coin at 4K because he was a dev. It ended up going to 20 million+ in market cap, and he ended up making hundreds of thousands of dollars off of fees. He's a good dev. A lot of people know this, so a lot of people follow him on Twitter. A lot of people track his wallet, and overall just like leads to more opportunities, following the right traders, following the right developers, tracking the right wallets, using the right tools to track the wallet. All of these are really helpful. I want to give an even more specific example. I think like a few weeks ago, whatever, this trader Nassim on Twitter, Nassim was tracking the developer of Coin, which is a coin that went to billions of dollars in market cap. And that same wallet ended up launching Pause, which is another token that ended up going to, I think, like 20 million off rip. And the top traders of that coin ended up making like 6 figures off of sniping the coin. They were able to do that by using the right tools, by tracking the right wallet. Here on Deck Screener, you can see all the snipers, you can see the top traders, some of them making 140K on the 50K, etc. And people are able to do all this by following the right wallet. And my next tip in this very, very complicated video, never trade alone. Meme coins alone is one of the worst things that you can do. It's one of the easiest ways to get burnt and lose all your money, because you need as many people as possible having your back, doing the research for you when you're not able to do all of it by yourself, because there's way too many coins coming out by the second. There's way too many tweets coming out by the second. There's a lot of information that comes out, and honestly, doing it alone is very, very hard. Let's say, for example, like, I don't know, Ben Pasternak, who's the owner of Believe Launchpad. Let's say, for example, he like replies to someone who made a Believe coin, and you're buying it because you saw the CA on your Twitter tracker, but then your boy goes ahead and researches the original poster, and he sees that like the Twitter was reused. You missed that because you just insta bought the CA, but your boy told you, yo, it's reused, like sell this shit, and you end up cutting your loss a lot early, or even like in profit, because you're just like selling on everyone else who didn't do the right research. If you need somewhere to meet people, the first link in the description down below will be posted. There are daily free learning calls in there for anyone. Don't have to pay to learn, don't have to pay to join a learning call, don't have to pay to join any of the free voice chats. We have multiple voice chats free every single day, and if you need people to trade with, please join Potion. I think you'll have a really good time and meet a lot of really cool people. But look, at the end of the day, I have all these tools here, and I have personally taken a lot of big losses. I'll go over through some of my biggest losses right now. I lost 12K, 11K, 9K, 8K, 8K. This is just one wallet, but you can see here I lost thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars before I hit all my big wins. And honestly, it came down to just one thing, because at the end of the day, the biggest enemy in meme coins isn't all these rugs. It's actually yourself and knowing how to take accountability. Look, I've lost over $100,000 in 1 week trading, and it wasn't because of bad calls, but because I overtraded and I ignored my own rules. I had a shitty mindset. A lot of you trading right now, you probably have no routine. You have like no set friends that you're trading with. You have no set schedule. You don't have like a set role in your group of friends of like what it is that you're going to do. Are you going to be like eyes glued to the Twitter tracker, eyes glued to the wallet tracker? You can try to do all of it yourself for sure, but I personally found it best when everybody kind of had like a role to play when trading meme coins together in a friend group. And it may sound cliche, but trust me, it's holding you back. You got to work together as a team with your friends to trade meme coins. And I hope that these tips I gave you are able to help you 12x your meme coin profits in this next year. It's been your boy Orangie, and I'm out. Peace.